We often fail to see the beauty in our own journey because we are too focused on the destination. Life's richness comes from the moments, not the finish line. Nothing in this world is permanent, and that includes our troubles. With patience and laughter, even the heaviest burdens become lighter to carry. I have found that the more I look for small joys in everyday things, the richer my life becomes, and the less room there is for despair. To truly live, you must learn to let go of fear. Fear is a thief that robs you of the present moment and future possibilities. Time is the great equalizer. It humbles us all. Use it wisely, because it is the only thing you can spend but never earn back. Kindness costs nothing, but pays the highest return, for it softens hearts, heals wounds, and creates a ripple effect that can last for generations. Life is not about waiting for the perfect moment, but about embracing the imperfections and turning them into something beautiful with courage and laughter. Sometimes we think too much and feel too little, forgetting that the heart has a wisdom the mind can never fully comprehend. Laughter is the tonic, the relief, and the surcease for pain. Without laughter, the soul dries up and the world becomes a heavier place to bear. People often underestimate the power of a smile. It is the simplest and most universal way to bridge the gap between two souls. The world will not always be kind, but you have the choice to be. That choice defines you far more than the hardships you face. Live as if you were to die tomorrow, but learn as if you were to live forever. This is how life becomes both urgent and endless. Every person you meet knows something you don't. Life's greatest education comes from being humble enough to listen and wise enough to learn. It's not what we have in life, but who we have in life that matters most. People give meaning to everything else. You will never find rainbows. If you're looking down, hope and joy are always found by looking up and forward. Life is an art of balancing seriousness with play, responsibility with adventure, and reality with dreams. Lose that balance, and you lose the essence of living. Life becomes infinitely better when we learn to appreciate the things we cannot change and improve the things we can. A day without laughter is a day wasted. It's not just entertainment, but a necessity that keeps the human spirit from withering. We grow by facing the storms, not by hiding from them. Every challenge you overcome becomes a seed of resilience for the future. Life often appears tragic when examined too closely, but when you take a step back and widen your perspective, the absurdity and joy of it become clear and comforting. You'll never spot a rainbow if your gaze stays fixed on the ground. Lift your eyes and let the world's beauty unfold before you, even in its simplest forms. Every difficulty eventually fades. Troubles are not eternal. Keeping that in mind gives hope, reminding us that even the darkest nights give way to brighter dawns. Life's richness is discovered in small wonders, a gentle breeze, a kind gesture, a laugh shared, that collectively uplift our spirits more than grandeur ever could. To live fully, release your fears. They steal moments from you. Courage, creativity, and a bit of boldness are vital ingredients. for discovering unexpected paths. Time is a teacher that can humble and heal. Use each moment wisely, because once it passes, it can never be reclaimed, only remembered. Kindness costs nothing, yet creates the most profound impact. It softens hearts, builds bridges, and can change someone's day, or even their life, in subtle yet meaningful ways. Waiting for perfect conditions often blinds us to the possible. Embracing imperfections with laughter and adaptability opens doors that thoughtless caution would leave closed. Overthinking cuts you off from your heart's wisdom. Sometimes the most human, authentic responses come from feeling deeply rather than analyzing excessively. Laughter is more than mere amusement. It restores the soul, eases pain, and reminds us that even in hardship, joy can find a way in. A simple smile carries immense power. It disarms defenses, connects strangers, and reminds us of our shared humanity in just a moment. You can't always control what happens to you, but you always have the choice of how you respond, and that choice defines who you become. Live like every day might be your last. Learn like you will live forever. This balance makes life both urgent and full of endless possibility. Every person you meet knows something you don't. Staying humble and curious in life's classroom opens you to continual growth and connection. It's not what you have, but who you have, that fills your life with meaning. Relationships are the true treasures that enrich otherwise ordinary days. If you keep your head bowed down, blessings will pass you by. Look up, look around, and open yourself to surprises hidden in plain sight. Life is an art of balancing responsibility with wonder, seriousness with play, and dreams with reality. Neglect any of those and the masterpiece slips away. Appreciate what you cannot change, and put effort where you can. This simple distinction breeds serenity and meaningful action, transforming how you live day to day. Skipping laughter is like skipping air. It drains the soul. Let humor touch your life often, even in small doses, to keep your spirit resilient. Personal growth doesn't come from comfort, but from confronting storms. Each trial you overcome becomes a seed of strength planted for tomorrow. True love often defies words. Its depth and beauty dwell between heartbeats, and even language struggles to contain what your soul already senses. Love can stir a beautiful frustration inside you, something so profound that no phrase quite fits, yet your spirit recognizes its quiet power. Hate often springs from hearts that feel unloved. Healing relationships begins by offering love, even where it seems denied, because love can transform. Love lifts you to places words can't describe, blending two souls into harmony, gently dismantling loneliness through unspoken recognition. Power only matters when you intend to force. When your actions come from love, force falls away because love itself accomplishes more than strength. In relationships, what you give of your soul matters, far more than your physical appearance. Let vulnerability and authenticity lead the connections that count. Helping someone when it's hard to do is true kindness. Giving time, even when inconvenient, shows generosity in its most meaningful form. Real joy for others isn't born of pity, it comes from shared celebration, because empathy and collective happiness are the foundations of humanity. Relationships grow where force yields to empathy. Understanding others' struggles wins, more than imposing one's own views ever can. Kindness and gentleness carry more weight in human bonds than cleverness or rigid strength, reminding us that hearts endure where arrogance fails. Enduring connections aren't born of perfection, but of two souls who embrace flaws, forgive missteps, and grow together through honestly shared vulnerabilities. Mirrors don't mock us when we're crying, they simply reflect what we are. Seek relationships that mirror that same kindness, not judgment. Loneliness teaches that true connection asks, not proximity but presence. Depth grows where you feel seen, heard, and valued, not merely included. We rely on each other's happiness. Silent joy shared with another binds more than solitary success, weaving the fabric of meaningful connection. Caring deeply for someone erases isolation. It's through shared compassion that one truly experiences the belonging that makes us feel alive. Respect begins with self-love, not arrogance, but authentic acceptance of who you are. Then the love you give others flows freely and genuinely. True friendship is shown in quietly shared moments, not grand promises. Being present means more than perfect intentions ever could. Love thrives in honesty. Letting someone see your true self opens the space for real, honest intimacy that transforms superficial ties into lasting ones. Sometimes the greatest gift in a relationship isn't saying anything at all, but listening fully, without judgment, giving another's feelings space and weight. Relationships flourish when kindness outshines brilliance. Aim to be gentle in ambition and watch how people blossom around your caring presence. Wisdom doesn't reside in knowing every answer, but in feeling deeply, sensing what words leave unspoken, and appreciating the truths your heart discerns. Feeling more and thinking less can transform the world. Compassion rooted in heart, rather than logic alone, can heal what intellect cannot reach. Let us chase what seems impossible. History's marvels are born of bold attempts to reach beyond what's believed achievable by most. Genuine comedy balances on the razor's edge of sincerity. If you're not authentic in your intent, the laughter misses its mark and rings hollow. Pantomime is poetic expression. Its beauty lies in the emotions it evokes, without uttering a single word, sending messages straight to the soul. Sometimes the irrational, like dreams or silent feeling, contains deeper truths logic cannot articulate, teaching us in ways reason never could. Silence and space open your mind. Sometimes what remains unsaid shapes thoughts more profoundly than every spoken word combined. Simplicity outclasses complexity. Clarity and truth emerge when distractions vanish, and what matters stands plain before us. Art often reveals what's hidden from history books. Sculpted by the powerful, authenticity outlives propaganda and speaks to hearts across generations. True genius lies in staying true to your nature. Even as a clown, honesty in your expression makes you more timeless than pretense ever could. You don't need substances to inspire, you need human connection, a simple smile, a shared moment that ignites creativity and spirit in unexpected ways. One's character often shows when defenses drop only when we let our guard down. We truly see who someone becomes in quiet moments. The camera should care more for truth than pretension. Let performance breathe with authenticity, rather than struggling to impress. Mastery demands perseverance that borders on obsession. Great art is born when you refuse shortcuts, even when exhaustion whispers to rest. Real work doesn't come from shortcuts, but from persistence. Those driven by quiet determination outlast flashes of urgency and impatience. Understanding others starts with dropping suspicion. Closed hearts leave no winners in the conflicts of modern life, only quiet sorrow. Subtle elegance often speaks louder than a chain of logic. Your heart understands nuance that reasoning may never fully grasp. Comedy may be harder than drama. It demands precision, truth, and soul to make someone laugh genuinely from the bottom of their heart. True wisdom listens to silence and notices what words cannot say. This quiet stillness teaches more than any spoken lesson. A wise person always hides three things about himself: his income, his fear, and his weakness. Sensing meaning beyond proof opens you to truths logic overlooks. Understanding can rise from places reason cannot chart.